Welcome to rainy New York City. I am Brawler Cavs, and we are here in Hudson Yards on the west side of New York City. As you can see, they have made arrangements to view the game. Currently, Knicks are down 5 points in the second quarter with 5 minutes to go. And this is a great way to watch the game. So if you're near Hudson Yards and want to watch the game, nice. We're down 3. You can come here and watch the game. If you don't, you can come for the views. That way there is the Hudson River. So that's Hudson River. And on the other side is New Jersey. And hence, this is Hudson Yards. And what we want to do today is basically explore the west side of New York City, specifically downtown. And we will most likely follow along the High Line, and we'll make our way down towards 14th Street, and then we have a few options. We could either go down to West 4th or Washington Square, or we can go to the east side, towards Lower East Side, and then ultimately what my plan is to make our way up to 7th Avenue towards Madison Square. Hopefully the Knicks are winning when we choose to do that, and if they're not, then maybe we won't come up, or maybe we will. We don't know. We'll find out. But that's on the agenda for tonight, so stick around and enjoy. And welcome to rainy New York City. They have done a tremendous job over here. Basically, I'm not sure what mall this is, but it's the Hudson Yards, and there's a lot of high-end designer brands over here. And an indication of that is on the valet prices. 2 hours for $65. It's $30 an hour to keep your car in Hudson Yards. So, before you drive over here, it's good to know. $30 an hour. So, again, I need to learn the history of how the High Line came about. But from the looks of it, it seems like a a basically train line that's above. So if you guys are familiar with the 7 train, or I'm not sure, maybe 6 train in parts of Bronx, they're above. They're on top. They're not underground. So from the looks of it, there was probably a line over here as well back in the day, and they replaced it with basically just a walking path, and we'll take that journey right now. Not sure what this is, but apparently it's a shield. Welcome to the High Line. Let's go. So, had we gone down that way, we would have had a view of, well, you know what? Let's go down that way. But that's basically, I guess, an end of the High Line. And from there, oh yeah, you know what? We'll definitely get amazing views from there. So let's go. So glad I brought my umbrella today. So that's a map of the High Line. As you can see, that little semicircle on the top left is where we are, near the Javits Center and the vessel, right? So what we were viewing before was the vessel, and we made our way inside the High Line, which is marked by the green line over here. And yeah, we will be going down the entire way towards Meatpacking District, Whitney Museum. So yeah, you can see that the rest of the way is blocked off. But had we gone all the way, we would have been right at the cusp of Hudson River. And on the other side, we would see New Jersey. So if you can look down over there, past the trees and everything, you see the lights across the water. That water is Hudson Yards, and those lights belong to New Jersey. So that's where we are, in proximity of the world. So we were at one end, let's make it to the other and enjoy the views that go along, because there are a ton of them in the High Line, on the High Line. So, Knicks were playing good today as well. So hopefully they win, because they're playing in Indiana. So it's going to be tough with the crowd. But I hope for the best. And, you know, we'll use this stream to kind of just talk to ourselves. Yeah, and just enjoy. If you're not walking around, how are you catching all this? How are you experiencing this? If you're stuck to your phones, how are you seeing this? Well, you're looking at the camera view right now, but I mean in real life. And my purpose is to inspire you to come see this in real life. You know? And if you can't, well, that's why I'm here. To make it accessible for you. To make these views accessible for you. But I would want you to come and experience this for real yourself. Because it's remarkable what we have. I still feel very lucky and grateful to be living in a city like this, where it's really hard for you to get bored. It really is. And it's less what you have. It's less about you not having enough and getting bored, and it's more about how creative you can get with your idea of fun. Basically, whatever type of person you are, there's a world out there for you. You know, not only are we in a country, in the United States, where every walk of life, every breed, every color, every race, every type of person is welcome Because, and I truly mean it, because give me another example of anywhere else. And besides that, not only are there people here that will accept you even if you're different, but you will find the people that you resonate with. So what I'm trying to say is that you come here and you'll be surprised how not alone you are in the way you think. You might think like, hey, I'm the most different person in the world. There's no one like me. No one can understand me. No one can relate to what I'm thinking and feeling and what is going on in my head and brain.
I'm also worried for this people who get to the U and they're 18 and they're ready.
But you will be wrong in that thought. Because if you just do a bit of searching, you can find someone that thinks and has beliefs like you, and that person won't be alone either. And in finding that person, you'll be surprised that you could find a whole group that you now belong to. Hence, that's the reason I'm here. That's what this is about too. It's like, who watches? Well, people walk.
Oh yeah.
Okay. But how many people walk for this long? Okay. And I'm not saying that to say that that's something that is different about me and I'm gloating about it. I'm not. When I first started walking for hours, I thought, I first started doing it around COVID. Basically, everything was locked up. And I wanted to walk. And so I kept walking. And being outside and experiencing ghost towns, I kept walking to try to find something or try to find someone, just anything, to keep me sane during those days. Just like something different. And within those walks, there were moments of insanity, moments of discovery, moments of cluelessness, hopelessness, excitement, just a whole bunch of trying to figure things out, failing, succeeding sometimes, failing most times, but having success nonetheless. in terms of gaining new profound ideas and beliefs and things to hold on to after the walk that made us stronger and have more faith. Those walks during COVID single-handedly saved my life. And it just became a habit that I continued. But I did think, like, I felt sometimes that I was kind of a lunatic for that. Sometimes I felt like, who does this? Who walks for hours and hours endlessly? Not really without a purpose, because I would usually have a destination in mind, and actually it's very intentful, because I would try to go head on to different neighborhoods that I've never been to, or neighborhoods that I'm curious about. Like, for example, I watched this movie, The Bronx Tale, right? And growing up, well, for a long time, I thought that the Bronx, I thought of the Bronx what I thought about the Bronx, but I didn't think that the Bronx had Italians and that the Bronx had an Italian culture. So after watching that movie, I was like, wow, I had no idea about this. Let's go seek this experience out. Let's see the Italian influence in the Bronx. Because up until that moment, we had no idea that the Bronx had a massive Italian influence. And so most of our journeys, most of our walks before we head out had a purpose of discovery of the place, researching about the place, finding out more about it, going there and experiencing it. That was apparently, I guess, like, it was just an innate desire to explore and see things and places that are new. And I guess that's the nature of man, to continuously explore uncharted territories, in hopes of nothing really but exploration. And that intrinsic feeling led me to these walks and discover a world that I had no idea about. And then I figured out that a whole lot of other people do the same thing. That there are long distance walkers, that there are ultra marathon people, that there are, yes, I knew people hike this stuff, but I did not know that people just walked for 10, 20, 30 miles, And I thought I was alone in that. And I soon figured out that I definitely was not alone in that. And that there are a lot of more. There's a lot of people that feel the same way. And do the same things. And now I've discovered a world that from which there's no going back, basically. And I'm excited, and I can't wait to continue on this journey and show you guys what this city and the places I go to is all about. And I'm glad I'm not alone in that. It feels like it's never gonna stop raining. So, we were by Hudson Yards, and I believe by the time we go to the other end, we will be by Chelsea / meatpacking district.
Is Gilmore?
Okay, so we're by 23rd. By 23rd, so we're not far. Wow. Some sort of So trying to expose that NYC. I do not want to guess what that is. Wow. That's a sick building. These are amazing. Amazing designs. Wow. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. New York City, folks. So what we will do is head down towards 17th, 16th Street and 10th Avenue, and we'll make our way towards Washington Square, basically. And if we have some time, we might head over to Madison Square. That also depends on how the Knicks are doing. I think it's halftime right now, but I hope they're up. All right. So that says that this is the 10th Ave and 17th Street exit, but let's see what's next. I guess that will be the end of the High Line. I hope it's not too dark. But regardless, we'll be in light soon. So I guess this is Chelsea Market if you go down. But we want to see the end of this, so let's keep going. Wow. I'm glad we continued. I guess that's a little island. Okay. All right. That's a place we'll go to another day. It's a beautiful little middle of the water island. And I believe we're at the end of the High Line. We'll be making our way down and onto the streets, and we'll continue from there. Stay with us in rainy New York City. There are a lot of designer brand stores over here. As you can see, Gucci, Lululemon right next to me. So we are by the meatpacking district. We'll make our way towards NYU or Washington Square, and we'll see where to from there. And Hudson. So as I said previously in other live streams, no 20 blocks anywhere are the same, and that goes for Manhattan as well. It is definitely a commercial place for sure, but even in the commercialness, there's variety. So where we came from, Hudson Yards, it's a tourist destination, but it's very different from, for example, Times Square, where the magnitude of people is way more, and Times Square is even more commercial with even more billboards and just everything all at once, as opposed to Hudson Yards, where it's a bit chill going. It's a place where you can come with your family, spend your time shopping, eating, enjoying the views, taking pictures, etc., things like that. But you're in Times Square. There's by default a couple of things that you're doing, which is taking pictures and getting bumped into by people, but there's no say as to what the possibilities are in Times Square. It's like, what kind of person are you? What do you like? Yeah, they got it for you. There's all sorts of theatrics and performances and just celebrities walking by and protests and everything, you know. Times Square, I've seen people even pray in the Islamic way in Times Square. It's actually a place where anything goes. So it's very different from Hudson Yards. And then that's also very different from, say, Greenwich Village or the Lower East Side, where that's mostly primarily for the nightlife. A whole bunch of bars, a whole bunch of taverns and party places, and just young adults going wild. So the Lower East Side is that. And yeah, it's no 20 blocks, even in Manhattan, is the same. And so, again, it's very, very hard for you to be bored in the city. Whatever you're like, whatever you are, whoever you are, there's a world there out there for you within the city. And chances are, you only have to walk 20 blocks at a certain direction to go to that universe. Isn't that incredible? I think so. I hope we can catch the score somewhere. I hope some place is showing the game. And if not, it's all right. The rain has simmered down, but it's still not gone. So I can't put the umbrella away and risk my phone. Okay, so we are on Jane Street and Greenwich Avenue, famous Greenwich Avenue, and we will, I believe, make our way to 6th Avenue. And from there, we are not far away from West 4th, Washington Square.
Where the military data centers are for tab.
It's like Equinox. Heard it's super expensive, but also heard it has amazing services, so worth the price, I guess. It's definitely a place where people make connections and whatnot, so yeah, probably is.
That's why I'm so excited, because when I was abroad, like, we just like go.
It feels like they were literally like held behind.
He's really hurting, and I know that.
who has a good eye and can see the Empire State. We got a closer view. Wait, yeah, that was my mistake. I believe that's the Freedom Tower. Yes. Not Empire State. Empire State is on the 20s, somewhere near the 20s. So, yeah, that's the Freedom Tower. All the way by World Trade Center, Wall Street, that region. And you can see it from here, so the size of it. That's approximately a couple miles away. And we can see it from here, so you can imagine how big it is.
Then we should go to the East Village.
No? And just a reminder, we are on 7th Avenue, walking down 7th Avenue. Okay. We got the game. We're up 4 points. Can't complain. Let's go. We just got a turnover. After the series of play, we'll continue. Right, we're up 4. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. Let's go, Knicks.
You don't mind if I take a look at your room?
Cyril. I know Hongo. I know.
The rain has stopped.
And they're like, how's no, with Maggie and
It didn't stop. It tricked us. Well, not enough for my phone to not get wet, so the umbrella goes up. The umbrella goes up. And we are on West 4th. We'll be going down towards the park.
Yeah. What's it? In a
I think kind of more of a casual. So the diner, Mexican. That's probably why I didn't want for like Korean time more than it's better for anime.
I love it.
Okay. That is the Empire State. Over there. Facing north of Manhattan. And that is the Freedom Tower. So, Empire State, Freedom Tower, Washington Square. No 20 blocks are the same. No 20 blocks are the same. Say. What's the flavor of the day? Is it Empire State? Is it Freedom Tower? You choose. We're entering Washington Square Park. There are numerous entrances to this park.
What's that bad boy at?
Apparently, we are walking above dead people. I mean that literally. Apparently, bodies were buried in this park before the construction of this park. I need to know the specifics, but that's actually true. You can look it up. But if we come back here again, I'll make sure to find out the history and then tell you more about it.
I mean, we're right there.
Welcome to Washington Square Park. It feels like every time I come to this park, it always has a different look or a different vibe. It's usually filled with skaters and musicians and performers. But today, it seems like just Washington Square Park. And from somewhere here, the Empire State is also visible. So we'll try to find that. graduate over there. Wishing them the best of luck. Ah. Okay. That's the Empire State right there.
先穿上，不要我一个人笑。
You guys see it? Empire State right there. So, I believe we'll end the stream right here. I'm not sure if the Knicks are still winning or not. But if they are or if they aren't, we wish them the best of luck, but we'll end our night over here. And okay, that's the Freedom Tower right there. So, yeah, there you go again. You have the Freedom Tower over there. You have the Empire State over there. And basically, if you come to this park, you have a good view of both of them. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed tonight's live stream. From rainy New York, this is Brolic Cavs signing off. Wishing you guys a great rest of the night.